This podcast is the Robots Radio Rocket Club, a program designed to help all podcasts reach their full potential. For information about joining the Robots Radio Rocket Club, check out robotsradio.net.
Welcome to the Gundam Lorecast, where we take a deep dive into the Mobile Suit Gundam series, such as the multiple timelines, mobile suits, characters, and so much more. Welcome back, pilots, to another episode of the Gundam Lorecast. I'm one of your hosts, Brandon, or also known as Ben of Temeria, and always with me is my good friend, Jesse.
How's it going, everybody?
And we are here to bring you more factions this week, which are the AEUG, Karaba, and Blue Corps. Yeah.
As you can tell, we're running out of groups that have information about them.
Yeah, we are. If you can't tell already with that, because a lot of factions don't really have... There's a lot of factions, they just not much info. So
they don't really build them out that much for a lot of them, which is
only
kind of
the
unfortunate.
major ones, and the main issue is most Gundam series are roughly 25 to 50 episodes.
Yeah. So there's just not time to build them out as much.
And yeah, they don't, and that's it. They don't build it from there. So is what it is. But starting off with this week, we are doing the first one we're going to dive into is the Anti-Earth Union Group, or commonly known as their acronym as the AEUG, which is the main protagonist faction of Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam and Mobile Suit Gundam Double Zeta. So, yeah. You know, Zeta Gundam, the Double Zeta, Gundam Mark II, freaking Camille and his terrible attitude. It's the kind word
so bad.
That's the kind of words I can say.
Yeah. Bad attitude.
So bad. And I'm sorry, Judai is just a terrible character. I don't like Judai.
That's
at least I don't like him in the beginning. He's much like Camille. I don't like Camille in the beginning. Camille's just very hateful and is much of a child at the beginning, and Judai is just like trying to get out of responsibility because he's not responsible at all for anyone but his sister.
That's kind of fair.
Yeah, don't like it. Anyway, the AEUG, which is an anti-Federation movement which opposes the oppressive tactics of the Federation's elite Titans task force. The AEUG's ultimate political agenda was to reform the corrupt Earth Federation government, but after the Colony 30 incident in UC 0085, the organization became focused on the more urgent task of fighting the Titans with military force. Oh, they did what? They did a 180? Yeah. Oh, God. And again, this might be a little short of an episode because, again, not so much info on any of these groups besides, like, AEUG has the most because they're the main faction of two different series. That's pretty much it. So getting into the AEUG's history, the AEUG was originally a political movement aiming to reform the corrupt Earth Federation government, but following the 30 Banshee incident in Side 1 due to the actions of the Titans, the AEUG took up arms against them. Composed of the dissatisfied colonists, Federation soldiers who disowned the Titans, and several former Zeon officials posing as Federation officers, one-year war veterans Bright Noah, Henkin Beckoner, and Quattro
Bagina.
I can never remember how to say his. Did they ever say his last name?
Yeah, like only a few times.
Okay, which obviously is Char, by the way. If when you see him, it's like that's Char.
It's Charmeleon.
Yeah. Oh god, I saw that post in the Discord and I was like, oh, which obviously is an A-list for Char Ensemble. And there were some notable members of the AEUG, alongside AEUG founder Balex Forer and new type civilian recruit Camille Badon, whose piloting skills and new type powers were among the best in Universal Century history.
It's kind of wild.
I mean, his powers of a new type are strong. Too bad he had a terrible attitude at the start. And he ends up becoming a vegetable for most of this time. He does come out of it. But, like, I will say the ending of Zeta was a very lackluster ending, especially when the main protagonist becomes a vegetable, and it kind of like it was not a happy ending, like at all.
Yeah,
most people died, and Camille became a vegetable.
It was a very, very messed up ending.
Yeah,
especially considering it's like the second UC storyline.
Mm-hmm. So in UC 0087, the AU raided the Titans military facility and their colony base in Side 2 called Green Noah 2, also known as Gyps 2, stealing 3 new RX-178 Gundam Mark II prototypes. This enraged the Titans, and following a chain of events due to the heist, the full-scale Gyps conflict civil war was control of the space colonies erupted between the factions. And this is where Camille comes in, because he gets into one of those 3.
Because he steals it.
Yeah. Yeah. All because of a Titan officer saying that his name was terrible because it was a girl's name.
Straight up made fun of his name and got him involved in the war because of it. It's messed up, but it's funny.
Yep. So the AEUG utilized several models of mobile suits during the war. Among the Gundam Mark II stolen from the Titans, the other 2 were turned over to the Anaheim Electronics for analysis and reverse engineering. The prototype transformable mobile suit, the Methus, the Federation-influenced Nemo, and the Hakushiki, as well as the Zeon-influenced Rick DS. The AU's main fleet was made up of several Salamis-class cruisers and at least 5 Irish-class battleships and the flagship assault cruiser, the Argama,
yeah.
It's the new version of the white base, let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's literally just what it is. It's a white base 2. Hey, we're going to have an upgraded white base. Oh, okay. The Methus is cool. The Hakashiki's awesome. The Nemo, I can't remember which one. Oh, that's just like their gems. And the Rick DS is also kind of like their gems too, but they're more like Rick Doms. Or they're just upgraded Rick Doms. So, however, the most powerful weapon in the AEU's arsenal was undoubtedly the transformable Zeta Gundam. For the next year, the AEU engaged in the Titans around the Earth sphere, finally managed to seize the upper hand, and ultimately used the Titans' Gyps 2's colony laser against them, destroying and disabling nearly every remaining ship in the Titans' fleet. So, the protagonists of the groups use this giant super weapon. Typically doesn't really go well after that. So unlike other military organizations within the Universal Century, the AEUG was primarily a ragtag group consisting of renegades and some otherwise civilian fighters. The main military force was made up of defective ships, and for a considerable time, large numbers of Gem 2s from the Federation forces and whatever they could steal from the Titans. So obviously, no funding. They had funding, but not mass production, because they're just not a main faction. They're a main faction, but not a main faction. They don't have a government providing support.
Right. They're terrorists, really, essentially.
They're Paris?
Terrorists.
Oh, terrorists. Oh, absolutely. I mean, anti-Federation group. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
So, uniform code and military procedure were especially lax, with the AEU uniform simply being the Federation tunic minus the sleeves, and with the V-necks. Some members continue to wear the Federation Forces uniform or simply civilian casual clothing. They are also prepared to be no general recruitment standard other than being physically fit and able to serve. This could be considered an antithesis to having highly enlist and organized standards of the Titans, aka terrorists. And due to the Titans' activities placing numerous restrictions on trade and commerce, the AEUG and their Karaba allies' activities were funded to a large extent by individuals and companies in the private sector, notably the Lunar Organization financing Anaheim Electronics and the Earth base Luo & Co. in Hong Kong. So, no government funding. It's all backed by private investors who want to get rid of the Titans and reform the Earth Federation because they're a bunch of a-holes. And if you go listen to our Titan episode, yeah, they're a bunch of a-holes. I'm not saying that AEUG has any better, but
Yeah.
there's not really a good faction in the UC. Or any, actually, I would say in any timeline.
Like, yeah, they all do some super shady things.
Yeah.
Literally all of them do at some point or another, or at least one member of them does at some time or another.
Yeah. Sadly. So unfortunately, this had a side effect in putting many non-military officials into leadership positions, although blacks, Henkin and Quattro and Bright were considered the AU's official leaders. There is no doubt their main influence came from Anaheim Electronics and other sponsors. The emphasis and indecisiveness of the AU's leadership, however, led to more than one blunder, namely the botched assault on the Federation's Dorado base in South America and the attempt to negotiations with the Zeon nomads and the asteroid Axis.
Shaw really has issues attacking Jaburo, doesn't he?
Yes. Yes, he does. That was the second failed attempt of it, too.
Just cannot get away with it.
Oh, God, I'm sorry, Shar. I'm sorry,
just
but I'm
thought
sorry.
of it. Like, wow.
It's terrible. You attacked this place, and you knew about this place, and been in this place, and still failed. So, when out in the field, the AEU sponsors would usually send a representative to oversee strategic movements and overall command. During the events of the GRIPS conflict, one such representative, Anaheim Electronics, Juan Lee, spent a large amount of his time aboard the Argama. Bossy and argumentative, Wong frequently clashed with the Argama's officers and crew over everything from tactical procedures to somewhat informal atmosphere aboard the warship. Oh, it's this a-hole. Okay, I remember him. Yeah, he was a jerk. He was not a good person. So then while the AEUG and Titans were busy fighting amongst one another, the real threat and peace of the Earth sphere, Axis and Zeon, led by Harmon Khan, emerged from the eventual victor during the first Neo Zeon War. The AEU's objectives shifted towards fighting the new Neo Zeon movement. Bleh. However, the bulk of the AU was still recuperating from the GRIPS conflict, and thus only the Argama was, and the skeleton crew initially saw action. Yeah. And after the first Neo-Zeon War, the AEU officially disbanded, and most of its members going to form the Federation's Londo Bell Task Force. Some members, however, disgruntled with the idea of rejoining a federation, which had not changed, went on to form an organization such as EGUM or Noveru. Noverua? I don't know how you say that.
I don't know.
It looks French. Carrying on the AEU's fight in the as far as UC 110s. Wow. That's heavy. It's a long time. And then we do have some notes and trivia. So according to the former Gundam Official Online Glossary, AEUG stood for Anti-Earth Union Group. However, the most Japanese sources include including the Zeta Gundam novelization, the original Master Grade Zeta Gundam manual, and the Gundam Official Sourcebook. It stood for Anti-Earth United Government instead. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense though.
Yeah, I don't like it as much.
I don't like it as a government. They don't have a government though. It's not even a government. It's just a ragtag group. It's just a ragtag group. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And the infantry uniform of AEUG bears a similar color scheme as the MSA 003 Nemo. So. Meh.
The Nemo.
The Nemo. Touch the butt. Only a freaking Zeta Gundam was made after finding Nemo. They would have had that freaking reference at some point.
Most definitely would have had that joke in there. There would have been some joke about touching the butt of the Nemo.
Oh my gosh, that's freaking hysterical. All right. Well, with that being said, let's go thank our patron or listeners, and we'll be right back.
It's a Gundam!
All right. Welcome to the middle of the show. We're talking about Everything Podcast. This is nothing to do with the lore of Gundam. Here we want to thank all our amazing listeners. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. And if you too want to support the show, you can go to Gundam Lorecast you can go to patreon.com/Gundam Lorecast, where you can get ad-free episodes or join us once a month on the show itself. You can also leave us ratings and reviews on Apple and Spotify. Leave a 5-star review on Apple with some words or a nice Spotify comment. Read it out loud next time on the show, which we do have one this week.
Yay.
From one of my Final Fantasy listeners, Lava Guy 219, here from the FF Lorecast. Thanks for doing a Gundam Lorecast, Ben. I've been wanting to brush up on this lore for the longest time. Also, I have the same path with Gundam as you started, with Wing going to G, and my current favorite is Iron-Blooded Orphans. My favorite Gundam is and has always been Gundam Heavy Arms.
You know what? That's a person of culture.
It's a person of culture because it was from Wing.
Absolutely.
I mean,
person of culture.
Most of us in the West started with Wing anyway, because it was the first one that we ever got. So, yeah. Anyway, but thank you, Lava Guy, for that awesome comment, because you listen to my Final Fantasy podcast. So, who knows? I might have another anime podcast in the future. We'll see. There's talks, and I'm getting kind of
busy. The funny thing is, there's talks about multiple franchises. It's gonna become a problem here soon.
Yeah, but I don't know. The one I just was talking to earlier today, I'm kind of heavily going towards that instead of the other one. Even though the other one's still pretty great too, but the one I talked today about, I can easily structure a show around it.
That's fair. One of the other two that we've talked about in the past, I could probably find a structure for. The other one, I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
The other one's too complicated. There's too many series that are too loosely connected.
It's like the lore doesn't connect well compared to the other two, where there's actual defining.
The power
lore.
Scaling also does not connect well.
And the one that starts with the P?
No, the other one.
Oh, and the D.
Yeah.
Well, D?
really both of them. But
all three.
Now that I'm thinking about it, all three of them, the power scaling does not connect as well as you want it to.
No.
But there may be news about those things later.
Yeah, stay tuned. And then, You can also find us a few different Discord servers, the Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net, as well as my own Discord server, the Ben and Friends Podcast in Discord, where you can find this show and all the other shows that I host, which are Holocron History, Star Wars Canon vs. Legends, the Final Fantasy Lorecast, the Wizarding World Lorecast, and the Witcher Lorecast. So, go check that stuff out. All great stuff. All great fun. As far as news, is there any news in the Gundam?
A few things.
Ooh.
So, some are not quite as big. They're just, some of them are more amusing to me than anything else.
Fair.
For example, as went on sale on Friday on Halloween, you can now get a bath towel with the faces of any one of the 5 protagonists from Wing. I don't know why.
That's just creepy.
It's like $45 too. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. I don't know that I would want those. There are 2 of Hero and 1 of each of the other 4. It's a little odd, but if you've ever wanted a bath towel of a Wing character, there you go. They
Is it
also
like a
have
giant head?
It's like a clip from
from the show. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's like a screen grab from the show for each one of them.
Oh, gotcha.
With the Wing, the 30th anniversary Wing logo in the corner.
Oh, okay.
So that was one. That's a little odd, but just there. The other one, this is more interesting to me because I actually started reading this manga last week when I first heard about it, which is Despair Memory Gundam sequel, which is kind of insane so far.
Where does it take place?
I can't tell which timeline it's in. There are new types, I know that, but the Great War in the Earth Sphere happened like 700 years before this, so I can't tell if it's just super late UC or what it is yet, because they're only like 29 chapters in now, I think.
Interesting.
But the new chapter just released. So
where can you read it?
I have been reading it just on Manga Dex.
Okay.
But really, you just have to like Google Despair Memory Gundam sequel English to try to find it. I haven't been able to find a paper copy, even though I have been trying to. But there are some of my new favorite Gundam designs in it. Obviously, I haven't seen them animated, so like they could be cool, but we don't know yet. But there's one called Anubis Gundam, which is literally just a Gundam Anubis. It's got like the jackal head on top of it. On top of the Gundam head.
Is this on the Gundam Official?
Yeah, Gundam Anubis. Yes, it was on Gundam Official on the website to be able to get to the actual page of. I believe it was on news and on page 2, I believe, is where it was. Yes. Page 2, it says June has fallen in enemy hands. Kido Zeki Gundam sequel, chapter 29 activation. So I'm not very far into it yet. I'm only on like the 4th or 5th chapter. They are relatively short chapters, so it's not like a hard read. I just haven't had a whole lot of time to do it. But some of these suits, some of the opening things are kind of wild. The Gundam Minerva, also ridiculous, and has flamethrowers on its arms.
What?
Because Gundam.
Mobile Suit Gundam.
Interesting.
Oh, that's not it. It's at page 2. Oh, here's page 2.
I guess they could.
I'm trying to see where this thing is.
Just done this. This is the page. I sent you the link for the page for it on the Gundam wiki. I still have not quite figured out. Now, just since we're talking about factions,
Despair Memory Gundam sequel. That's an interesting name.
It's a crazy name. But like the main character is an assassin, which is just kind of cool because it's very interesting.
Gundam Minerva. Whoa.
They look really cool, but you also get some.
Not gonna lie, that looks like something from Mobile Fighter.
Honestly,
literally
it looks like they
something from
mashed
G.
up something from G with something from Wing.
Okay.
Namely, it looks like they mashed up any kind of design from G with the color scheme of Heavy Arms.
That's awesome.
But it's been interesting so far. Um, Also, the fact that they have the Mufasa military is one of the factions is very funny to me. There's that and the Gundorado military.
Gundorado.
So I'm just
Oh
kind
my
of loving it.
gosh.
Kind of loving the ridiculousness of some of this stuff. But yeah, definitely recommend it so far.
Huh.
I'm not very far in, but
That's awesome. Well, I would say Dual Impact for the Gundam TCG has also launched. I did pick up packs, and I got some really, really cool pulls. I did get a first form Barbatos from the set. Which it was a full art too, which was awesome.
that's
Got
sick.
some really cool full arts from that set. I still need to get the new deck because they released a deck for before the release of Dual Impact, which was all a Iron-Blooded Orphans deck. So I do need to get that. But they did announce the new set that's coming out in January. So, with a new deck, I believe. I think there's a new deck also coming forth. Let me see here. Gundam TCG. Because they just announced it. Dual Impact just came out. Iron Bloom, which was the structure deck that came out before.
Yes.
Clan Unity. What is that? Another deck? Oh, apparently
believe that was
there is.
coming.
It's a G-Quix deck that came out apparently the same day as Dual Impact. I did not know that. I didn't get that in my store. I'm so mad.
Oh, something new to find.
I only got the freaking boosters in my store, which I was so mad about.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'm seeing if it's on their website. I'm not seeing it. I'm just saying all the new stuff. Boo! I know you guys just announced it. Gundam. There's the new gun. Obviously, there's freaking on Premium Bandai. They announced a bunch of stuff.
Premium Bandai announcements are always fun, despite usually being slightly expensive.
Right.
Not even slightly. They're usually expensive.
Yeah.
But
right.
it's okay.
All right. Well, let's get back into more of the factions.
Getting ready to step into your career era? Set yourself apart with Adobe Creative Cloud Pro for students. Hone your skills with apps like Photoshop, Illustrator, Premiere Pro, and more, powered with the latest in creative AI. Students save over 55% so you can build a portfolio you're proud of. Launch your future with Adobe Creative Cloud Pro for students. Visit adobe.com/students to learn more.
REI Co-op presents a perfect outdoor moment with the perfect gift. Picture this. You're ripping with your favorite person. Bluebird skies, blower powder, and frankly, you're skiing like legends.
So sick. Another lap?
Thanks to REI's curation, from lid to sticks, you nailed the gift.
No way. How'd you know?
Does it get more perfect than that? Give without guessing. Shop in store or visit rei.com.
Alrighty. So now we are going into Karaba, which is a Earth-based form of resistance of the Titans. Which, yeah, we'll get to Blue Core here in a bit, which is the whole thing. So, with Karaba, which was a Earth-based resistant movement against the Titans, although they were not well known as their AEUG space counterparts, whom they frequently assisted in joint operations, they were nonetheless extremely important in the fight against the Titans. Their most important members were the ace pilot Amuro Ray and Karaba's leader, director Hayato Kobayashi, who fought together on the White Base during the 1-year war. Yeah. Because Amuro.
Yeah.
Which is another character I don't like at the beginning because he just whines and complains the entire time. Though
he grows up big time throughout the show.
He does grow up a lot. And granted, it's also fair with his attitude during it because he was kind of forced into fighting at the age of 17. So I get it. And he thought he lost everyone he loved, so there's that too. Anyway, Karaba operated from the Altamala, a giant Garuda-class cargo aircraft larger than many battleships stolen from the Federation during the AEUG attack to Jaburo, which became the Resistance mobile headquarters and flagship. I like how they called it Garuda-class.
Yes.
If nobody knows, Garuda is a summon in Final Fantasy, which is pretty cool.
And a boss in Final Fantasy XIV.
Oh, duh. Well, yeah, it's the recurring character and monster type.
And like a lot of them, yeah.
Yep. So since their main benefactor were in space, Karaba was initially even more ragtag and under-equipped than the AEUG. Besides the Altamala, their main force consisted of ex-AEUG mobile suits left over from the Dorabo campaign, which included several Nemos and at least one Erect DS. Later on, then the Titans' influence in space began to wane. Karaba managed to build up its forces to a formidable level, even gaining their own mobile suits, such as the MSK-008 AEUG, which was made famous by being Amuro's mobile suit of choice. Which, honestly, is just a souped up more... It's like they combined the Erect DS with the Nemo and added, like...
Yeah.
wing fins on the back of it.
It's a very interesting suit for him to take control of.
Yeah, especially when his suits later on.
Yeah.
Like the new Gundam in you.
Yeah.
Like he has funnels.
Very interesting.
He has funnel fins and it's great. I love funnels. So, Karaba's most significant operation during the Grips War conflict was an all-out attack on the Titans' headquarters in Kilimanjaro and temporary seizing control of the Federation Congress in Dakar to allow Char Ensemble to make a globally televised speech. After the Titans were shunned by the Federation as a result of Char's speech, the battlefield almost entirely shifted to space, largely ending Karaba's role in the war. Good job, Char. You did good. For once. Because before you try to wipe out humanity on Earth anyway. Such a 180.
He just continually does bad things. And then he starts to sound reasonable. And then he does something insane again. You're like, oh, never mind.
Yeah. Char's counterattack. In Mobile Suit Gundam Double Zeta, the mission of Karaba shifted from fighting the Titans to fighting at the Axis/Neo Zeon movement. By this time, though, many of its leaders and pilots had gone to space in order to resupplement the devastated AEUG. This Karaba could do little to prevent the Neo Zeon's warpath on Earth. The organization's last known major operation was assisting the evacuation of Dublin during the Neo Zeon's colony drop, during which Director Hayato was killed in action. Yeah, Hayato dies.
Yeah.
His son died in the previous series.
It's just like rough.
The UC is rough.
Yeah, okay, it's a Gundam series, so they're all rough. But still.
Yeah. And then following the defeat of Haman Karn, the Neo Zeon surrender, the surviving Karaba forces were integrated back in the Federation forces, many of which would go to join the newly established Londo Bell Task Force. So, it's not surprising. Like, I mean, they were joint force. They're like joint with AEUG. Obviously, they're going to go to Londo Bell because, duh. Now, moving on to the Blue Corps, which is a group of veteran ace pilots who appear in the anime Mobile Suit Gundam Double Zeta.
Yeah.
So they are a group of ace pilots who live in Africa near the city of Gradia.
Sure.
They fight to protect it and stop foreigners from taking it over. The goal is to keep Africa free from everyone, the Earth Federation, Neo Zeon, AEUG, etc. They fight fiercely for the city, readily willing to give their lives to protect it. They fight using customized and enhanced old model Zeon suits, such as the Desert Zaku and the Gelgoog. Boo.
Absolutely ridiculous looking, and I love it.
With the Desert 8,
The Gelgoog.
Oh, the Gelgoog? You did not... That's from the 1 Year War.
It's the back part of it. It's what's ridiculous loving, and I love it.
That's its shield.
Yeah. It's just the way that they attach the shield makes it look goofy.
No.
Which is fine.
So although they're using old models from the 1 Year War, they're able to battle competently against more modern mobile suits through the combination of pilot skill, teamwork, determination, and adaptability to the hostile environment. This is demonstrated where 2 units easily hold off Jadu, Ashta, and Elopi.
It's Plea, right?
Peely, yeah. And the Zeta Gundam. Yeah, that's she. I like LPO Plea because she is like the, that is not Judai.
It is.
Is
later.
it?
Eventually, yes.
Oh God, what the heck?
Eventually, yes. That is what he looks like. It's just very, very
As
foreign.
Gray Stoke, 133. Oh, okay. That's like, that's not Judai.
Yeah.
It's like, who is this?
Yeah.
And what is he? Victory Gundam.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, that does not even remotely look like him at all. Oh my God. But Elopi was like Judai's love interest. And spoiler alert, she dies.
The other thing is, he actually cameos in one of the Crossbone mangas.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. But Elopi is also has clones.
Yes.
So, and then her secondary clone, who's more of a tsundere rather than being, wanting to be with him.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing. Eventually, then falls for him, and then I think she dies too.
Yeah, I don't remember.
He goes through a rough patch. It's bad. Anyway, going to the very little history that we have of them. During the first Neo Zeon War, they rescued and exhausted Glimli Toto from the desert after his Bawu was shut down in the deserts of Africa. They initially used him to spy on the Gradia when Judai and Plea came looking for Rox Luka. And the blue team engages them in battle. He decides to enter into alliance with them. When Neo Zeon attack Gradia, they start brutally massacring the civilians, despite being massively outgunned and outnumbered. Blue team sends all they've got to defend the city. Gleamy stops the Neo Zeon attack on the city and unites everyone to attack the Gundam team. The ill-fated blue team are all but wiped out in the ensuing battle. And despite their short alliance, the Blue Corps deeply influenced Glimli's betrayal against Amon later on, with him referencing her brutality against them as one of the reasons why they revolted. So they get wiped out.
Like,
So yeah. Oh, Plea 2 is her
Common.
clone.
it's literally like Plea 2, and then I think there's a in Unicorn there's like Plea 12,
Yeah,
which is just
because
ridiculous.
Plea 12
It's
is
I think it's
the-
like Merida or something like that.
yeah, Marta Cruz.
Yeah.
Is she the one that pilots the?
Kshatriya.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Among other things.
Yeah. Gotta love that. Oh, and apparently, UC Engage has a clone. Huh.
Oh, good God.
Dear jeez. I know Plea 2 was eventually also leaves. Yeah, she dies.
Yeah. She like saves Judai and then dies too.
Yeah.
A growing list.
Yeah, I feel like I will say I really feel bad for Judai because I feel bad for most protagonists in the UC because they try to find happiness and then it's just it's literally just yanked from them.
Kind of always, yeah.
So, but yeah, that's what we have on this week. There wasn't really a whole lot in the last two. I apologize, but there's not really a whole lot of info and a lot of factions because Gundam series are so short. And it also doesn't help that most of them don't have manga.
Yeah.
So
There's not. It's funny because like the manga
things.
are usually like either
Side stories.
spin-offs or they're just random side stories that they may never animate, which is kind of sad because I kind of want this newer one to be animated now.
There's a lot of like I really want them to like, and they don't English translate like a good majority of them.
Yeah.
Like Gundam Astray is not English translated, which sucks. And there's a lot of cool stuff from Gundam Astray.
I know Manga Dex does. It's like just kind of like a group crowdsource effort to translate a lot of them because I don't think there's an official of the new Gundam series yet. So there may be some of the other ones on here that I just haven't really spent much time digging around to find out yet.
Well, that's fair. But yeah, well, do you have any final thoughts or anything for any of this stuff?
I would say I really don't think I do right.
Fair enough. All right. Sorry, I'm like looking at so many freaking.
Yep.
This Charmander with Charmander. It's a Charmander with Char's gloves and helmet and mask. Then you have Charmeleon, which is the Quattro version, and then you have Charizard, which is Char's counterattack outfit. It is so crazy.
It just makes me happy.
And then if you haven't seen, go in our Discord because apparently you can buy a Zaku bucket hat.
I kind of want it. I'm not gonna lie. They have a red comment one too, where it's the red hat, and I kind of want both of them. I've never wanted a bucket hat in my life, but here we are.
Oh God. Well, everybody, thank you again for listening to the Gundam Lorecast, and remember, pilots, stay safe out there. Thank you for listening to the Gundam Lorecast. You can find us on the Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net, the Ben and Friends podcasting Discord, where you can share how you got into the Gundam series, and you can even find us on Twitter at Gundam Lorecast, and even email us at gundamlorecast@outlook.com.